Hi, this is Zach Meir with the Bulletin Board Heroes special here at Zach's Traders Cafe, Bitcoin Treasury strategy stocks, and still waiting for the fan mail to come through the door on all the stocks that have been called, well, obviously up in the recent past, but maybe there's something wrong with the postal service. Starting off with Bluebird Merchant Ventures, and here you can see that the shares hit the second target. The first target was at 0.8 at the top of that falling trend channel from August. There was already the setup of a bear trap island reversal, so gapping down and gapping up, and that was duly noted when the shares were around 5.6. Current situation is that we're trying to find support above the second target there at 1.05. Above that, looking for 2.2 pence, perhaps as soon as the end of next month. There's obviously a chance that we have to go back to 0.8, but at the moment, end of day closes above 1.05, and we should be on our way to not only retesting 1 year resistance around 1.8 pence, but up to 2.2 as a best case scenario target. Moving on to Coinsilium, and here another stock which has been called up from the bottom with no ifs or buts along the way. You can see that we're up at 81 pence, which I think over the weekend I suggested would be the best case scenario target, and right on the line there. I'll have to sort of go back and try and work out exactly what the next level should be, probably along the lines of what I'm drawing at the moment, but up to the £1 area, but maybe I'll have to do a little bit more homework in terms of working out exactly what the next level should be. But at the moment, we're looking for an end-of-day close above 80 pence to give us a potential new move to the upside. In the meantime, probably the 60 to 65 pence area would be the retracement zone if there was one over the near term. Moving on to the newest member of the Bitcoin Treasury Strategy Club, and that is Mendle Helium. Obviously, we've had a big spike in the shares on the news today, which one didn't have to be Sherlock Holmes to guess that it was coming, given the 66% rise in the shares that we had over the course of last week. Current situations, we need to stay above the floor of that gap there at 3 3/4 pence. And if we can do that, then we would have the prospect of getting up to the resistance line projection there from March last year. But obviously, you've seen that one or two sellers came into the mix on that one following the news. Another new entrant into the BTS strategy area has been Panther Metals, and shares already doing very well anyway. They were already turned around in a great way. We had a bear trap island reversal, so the shares gapping down there in January and then gapping up twice on the right-hand side here. We're now at the second target there, which was around 69 pence. Above that, obviously looking for a more full-blown best-case scenario target towards £1.20, and hopefully that would happen over the next month or so. The current situation is that the key is that we need to find support at that 200-day line and the 69 pence level on an end-of-day close basis. The line I've just drawn there at 108 is obviously an initial target, 120 then after that. Moving along to the situation at Priority 1, which has transformed itself with its BTS strategy. Here you can see that we upgraded our initial target here from around the around the 7 pence area to a potential 13 pence by the end of next month. The shares peaked at 10.6 pence today, so not a bad try. We started at 13 3/4, so hopefully by the end of next month, if we can stay above the 200-day moving average at 8.2 pence, that is where the shares could go. On to the leader of the pack, which is Smarter Web, and here the shares, despite all the knockers of the situation here, just can't believe that they got it completely wrong, and also presumably didn't get involved in a 20, 40, 50 bagger or whatever it is. Nice rebound today off the basically above the support of Friday's. The Friday's low £4.22 and the low today at £4.32. So great show of strength. The hammer candle, in fact, so far. And end of day close an end of day close back above the top of the channel there, the black channel there from the end of last month at £5, could give us a best case scenario target by the end of next month as high as £7.70. We obviously had that spike on Friday, 6.22, but £7.70 possible by the end of July, and that would hopefully then assuage people who thought or think that this is a bubble situation so far. It's just a massive bull run. Moving on to TOAO Alpha, which is a slightly different spin on the BTS strategy here with what it's doing. But here, a bit like Smarter Web, we're at a resistance line, and we're trying to push through that resistance line there at 6.5 pence. Above that, looking for 10 pence by the end of the next month. That V-shaped bull flag, though, suggests that we could get much more than 10 pence, but let's be conservative. In terms of the downside, 5.5 pence, hopefully the lowest any retracement will go to. Moving on to one where the smart money is certainly enjoying the situation. Here we've got Tiger Royalties, another one which has been called up over the recent past. We had I think second target there at 0.26, third target 0.35, and final near-term target as high as 0.52, which is where we're looking for by the end of next month. Obviously, the way things are going, we might get that by the end of this month. In terms of the downside, hopefully 0.33, 0.32, something like that would cap any pullback. On to a company which changed its name and changed its ticker code to a very complicated one, V3TC, but we've managed to do everything we wanted Vaults to do. And here you can see that we're on the, the fourth target there, the latest target 50 pence. Above that, the upper parallel of that up to as high as 70 pence by the end of next month. Once again, the way things are going, it looks as though we're going to get there ahead of time rather than have any delay. Finishing off with Vinanz, and here you can see that we managed to blow the doors off of the rising trend channel target, which looked rather optimistic even a couple of days ago, 27 pence. Above that, looking for 40 pence, and I think I said all of this in the weekend update on Saturday, so going very well indeed. The other point to note is that we're just going into a golden cross there between the 50 and 200-day moving averages, and that tends to be, and already has been, the strongest part of the cycle. Any dips towards the old target there, 27 pence, probably regarded as a long opportunity. That's it for this update. We'll come back with the bulletin board heroes with normal stocks quite soon.